Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Cygnus Real Estate Finance Company's initial public offering IPO fell short of its target of $3.9 billion. A release from the company says the offer, which closed on September 10, raised roughly $2.9 billion. President of Cygnus, Barris Gray, says the shortfall will not affect the company's ability to execute pipeline projects. The company is reportedly in discussions with pension funds and co-investment partners to finance upcoming real estate opportunities. Meanwhile, all categories of investors in the Cygnus Real Estate Finance's initial public offering will receive their full allotment. In a notice on the Jamaica Stock Exchange's website, the company said 1,153 persons applied for shares. The private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, is calling for the appointment of a dedicated Minister of Agriculture. At the same time, the PSOJ says it commends the level of accountability displayed by the government and former Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Floyd Green after his recent breach of the COVID-19 containment measures. PSOJ President Keith Duncan spoke with our news center about the issue.
The private sector organization of Jamaica and the PSOJ Committee on Agriculture strongly believes that the Minister of Agriculture, which employs over 200,000 people and contributes significantly to the Jamaican economy, should really have a dedicated minister. The Prime Minister in September 2020 named a dedicated minister, and we believe that this has worked, and we believe that the Prime Minister should look to name a dedicated minister to the agriculture portfolio once again.
Now, Mr. Duncan says having a dedicated minister was a key factor in clearly defining the focus of the ministry on food security, agribusiness development, climate-smart technology, and export expansion. Australian telecommunications company Telstra is reportedly in the final stages of its acquisition of Digital's Pacific operations. According to Fusion Broadcasting Corporation, FBC, the Australian government will be pumping about $1.5 billion to assist in the deal. This is a move widely viewed as a political block to China's influence in the region. It was earlier reported that China Mobile was interested in buying Digital Pacific. FBC says Digital Pacific could have new owners as early as next month. In July, Telstra confirmed it was in talks to buy the Pacific operations of Digital Group in partnership with the Australian government. Oil prices fell 2% today as investors grew more risk-averse, which hurt stock markets and boosted the US dollar. This made oil more expensive for holders of other currencies. Brent crude fell by $1.42 to settle at $73.49 a barrel. The US dollar is selling for an average $148.67. The Canadian dollar is trading at $117.27. $204.92 is the going rate for the pound and $173.87 for the euro. The JSE index declined by 448 points, while the junior market index lost 31 points. Advancing today were Trans-Jamaican Highway US dollar shares, JMMB Group 7.25% variable Jamaican dollar preference shares, Stanley Motor ordinary shares, Lasco Manufacturing and Paramount Trading Jamaica. While on the losing side were Blue Power Group, The Lab, Stationery and Office Supplies Limited, GWest Corporation ordinary shares, and Medical Disposables and Supplies Limited. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Regional and international news right after the break.